Hello, my wonderful fans. It is your tall, handsome coach with episode 6 today of your most favorite brand new podcast where we try to make your day. Our goal is to get you to be your best you and to change. If you're not feeling good, if you're not feeling fresh, this is going to re-motivate you, re-energize, just kind of give you a different approach of your day, just a different outlook, and that's what we want for you guys, because when we do a program like this, and when you're transforming anything, and you've done it before, and we're all like a new used car with a couple dents, if I'm being honest, then as we go back, sometimes we have to go and fix our foundation. I can't stress how important a strong foundation is, okay? If you're going to do a program like this, people are always so worried. They're always wanting to get there so fast. They want to be fit for now instead of be fit for life, because they're such in a hurry. They need this. They want this. They want results no matter what, and if not, then you're on the cutting block. Don't do that, okay? What we need to do is we got to go back and we got to right track. We got to backtrack to right track, and that means sometimes, a good example, the best example I can give you is I would always feel pain in shoulders. So when I would do shoulder press and trying to get heavier, it would never feel good. After I did a little more research, I made a couple tweaks and I realized I was doing it wrong. Even myself, I was doing it wrong. So what I did is I had to go and fix that form. What it did, it cost me about 40 pounds of strength though. And for a man, that can take a big kick in the old you-know-what. So for me, what I did was, rather than focusing on getting strong, which that was still my goal at the time, was I backtrack so I can right track. And most of you guys need to do this because half you guys don't even know how to sit up. Half of you are slouching right now. Half of you aren't half you're sleeping like this, like little baby fetus, and you don't even know that you're destroying your body when you're doing these life muscles, okay? So as we go back to that foundation though, it's so important that when you place these bricks on the wall, okay, it's everyone again wants fit for now, right now, and they want to pile those bricks on as fast as they can. It's not as fast as you can, it's as nice as you can. And often we don't sacrifice enough bricks, okay, to put the bricks on properly. And if you have a solid foundation, you can go and backtrack. If you can go and you're trying to build a skyscraper, you're going to have to dig a hole. You're going to have to dig a huge hole first and then backtrack. Then you got to right track. Then you have to start getting kind of focus on, okay, now that I'm leveled up again because I went back and I fixed all the issues. If I have mold in my walls, guys, okay, I don't just paint over them. I got to take them down, I got to take those walls, or in 4 months, that mold is going to come through and then it's going to cost me bigger. Another great example is, this actually happened to me. I decided, okay, $40, $50 for an oil change, I'll just do it next week, and then next week came and guess what? My engine blew up. Because I was so stubborn to not pay that $40, $50 that month, then my whole engine blows. And that's the way we go too. That's the same thing that your human body will do as well if you guys aren't taking care of it, and that's proper repair. That's making sure that you're doing the proper repair work, because you can do this all day and you can say, I'm going to do three leg workouts a week, but your body will wear down. I don't care what you say, it will wear down. So what you need to focus on is building a solid foundation. And if you can start to go and backtrack and start to right track, I guarantee you're going to get stronger. Now, with that shoulder press story, I'm much stronger now. I can lift way more than I could back then, because I went and I backtracked and then I right-tracked, okay? And then I focused on form, I did it properly, I did it slow, carefully, and it sucked for a while. For 3 months, I was lifting 40s where I was up to 70s before, and that sucked. But guess what happened? I got good so fast because I relied more on the foundation, that solid foundation, and I wasn't getting injured. There's nothing worse than when you're trying to train and you have constant injuries. You have to put an arm brace on and a knee brace on and everything. I don't wear anything, and for almost 20 years I've done this. So that's got to tell you something, that I've done this for a long time, because longevity is the key here. It is not six-pack, it is not the perfect biceps, it is longevity. It is being able to pick up clothes off the floor that your kids drop constantly, and when you have 4 of them, that you have to pick them, you have to pick them up often, but I mean, even doing that is going to hurt people's lower back. That's why you should be fit, not for the six-pack, so you can move, so you can get up, so you're not a lazy fucking asshole and you don't do anything and you don't feel like doing anything and you're tired and your kids are getting mad at you because you're on your phone and you're not really listening to them and they're like, Dad, Dad, Dad. You know why? You know why? Because you're not giving them the attention. Because you're not focused on what you should be doing in the present at that moment. And that's, my kids will take my phone and hit it right out of my hands. And that's good. I'm glad they do that because I want them to make sure that they know that that time is present and important and I'm there with them. And it's not just, okay, my head's elsewhere. I don't want to do that with my kids. I want to make sure that I can be the best dad. I can be a solid dad and put that foundation in so when they get a phone, they can actually look at me in the face and have a conversation, look me in the eyes. And that's something I want for my kids. Okay, now getting back to, building that solid foundation, I've given you some tips here that I'm going to offer you to try out. After we backtrack, the next thing we need to do is we got to start slow. Too many people are starting to, you want to start this transformation and they already want to go from crawl to ride a bike. They haven't even learned how to walk yet. They're skipping the running step. They're skipping the jumping step, but you just want it now. Okay, I'll tell you what, the key to this is building slow. I don't give the hardest plan. I don't give the hardest diet the first week. I don't give tons of cardio. Why? Because I don't want to drain you. What I want to do is build momentum. What I want to do is get you confident. What I want to do is build that momentum slow. So at the end of the day, you say, did I improve today? Yes, I did. I got a 9 out of 10. Where most people aren't even grading themselves because they're getting below 50. Even if you do something, even if you do a little bit, you could get, 70, 80, 90% doing better. And when you start to really kind of look at your life and be like, was I productive today? Did I do something useful? Did I do something with my kids? Did I work? Did I make money? Whatever you need to do on your little checklist, and there's 16, 17 items on your checklist every single day, you have those 16, 17 hours of wake-up time. There is no excuse not to get that done. Yes, you can feel lazy. You're allowed to do that. But I'll be honest, I actually haven't watched one lick of Netflix because I've been so productive and enjoying this time because, again, I know it may not come back. So I try to appreciate what God gives us at the time because right now he's saying, hey, slow down. You guys aren't even paying attention to each other. You're so busy with technology, and I'm definitely one. This is technology. I am on technology right now. And that sucks. And I feel like he or she has done that so that we can be grateful for the present moment. I'm so grateful for the relationship I'm building with my kids. It's amazing what, I'm learning about my kids, what I'm kind of improving on my kids' strength. They're being active. They're doing things. They're not just sitting there. That's an amazing thing. So again, going back to that foundation, again, the third thing I'm going to go is you got to start slow. Build the momentum, start slow. Once you start building that momentum, then you can speed things up. It's like cooking a turkey. You don't just put full blast, okay? So what you need to do is you got to preheat the oven. So as that goes and it warms up and warms up and warms up, and when your stove heats up, and it usually takes week 2 or 3 of good consistency, that's when you hammer it. That's when you hammer the cardio. That's when you hammer the calories. That's when you do it, when you build momentum. I don't start people with tons of supplements just to get them and have them burn as much fat as possible. I don't care that I could have somebody lose 11 to 12 pounds in 1 week. That's not long term. That is not something that I'm looking to do. I want to build that foundation. And when you have that foundation, you don't fall as easy. You don't crack as easy. You stay tighter. So even if some parts of your building, at the top of your building falls, which it does often, and it will fall often in ways that you don't even know, then at least you still have that base. At least you still have that blueprint. And when you have that blueprint and you have that base, you know how to do it again. I'm not worried that, if I was struggling to eat, I would focus on making money. I know I can do it. I know I can do the blueprint. I know I can do that. That's something that I have done so many times. I am so confident it's just become natural for me. I did door-to-door sales, commission only when I was 18 years old. I moved to Australia. No money really. I had $1,000 in my pocket. I worked 12, 13 hours a day, build marketing teams, lost them, had no idea how to manage people, but I learned. I got better at it. I learned how to build relationships. I learned how to build myself in sales so I could be a better person, so I could be better to be around. So when people listen to me, they want to be around me. They want that energy. It's contagious. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And if you need a kick in the ass and you need good energy in your life, this is the time to do it. We have a May 4th program coming up where you're going to get a lot of Tyler. You're going to get that reminder. And it's so crucial crucial to put that personal development in you. The one thing all millionaires have is they put that personal development because they know how crucial of an investment that is. You have to put that effort and investment into yourself. And you don't need school. I'm not going to bust school because I didn't go to school for even training. I'm a great trainer. But what I am going to specify is you got to know and you got to take knowledge for yourself. You got to take it upon yourself and educate yourself, whether that's audiobooks, whether that's you're listening to motivational videos, whether you're listening to books. You got to make sure that you're doing something every single day. And when you put that little tiny bit of effort into you, when you put that little bit of, oh, you know what? You're going to change your mindset. Your day is actually changed. You can change your day on the spot. Don't believe me? What if I told you your kid was in a car accident? Huh! Guaranteed, I just changed your day. I just changed that completely like that. But that's obviously not the one we want. But what if I said, hey, I'm going to give that person who comments next $1 million. I'm not going to do that. But if the person who comments, their day is made, we can change that. We can adjust that. We can make our day better if we put good energy in, if we put good knowledge, if we put good education and constantly stuff that's going to help with personal development and help us get better. Put that energy into getting more energy by getting the right information into you. Okay, next one we're going to do is, you guys, you got to keep it simple. Too many people, I find, when they start a program, they want so many different things and 15 different meal plans, and they want to try and spend hours upon cooking. Keep it simple. If you can keep it simple and you start to build upon that, you're going to get better and better. It's almost like, okay, don't wish for you to get worse, wish for you to get better. Okay, if I can do a show, for example, and I run 2 gyms, and now next year I have 3 kids, and I'm still running the show, I have to learn how to get better. I had 4 kids, and I had to learn how to adjust to a show. How am I going to get my training in? How am I going to get my dad time in? How am I going to get my relationship in, which I don't have, obviously, anymore because I didn't put that effort into it. And when your 5 or 6 things in your life outweigh something, one of them's going to drop. If you are just focusing on working out, your relationship might go boom, especially if that person, your spouse, is not supportive or doing the same thing. If you're going up and they're going down, I'll tell you where your relationship is going in 6 months, because you guys got to connect together. You got to build it together. And when you can do that together, that's what builds solid relationships. That's what will keep you guys together. That's what will keep you going strong when you're getting better together, because it's not about me, it's about we. And when we can do better and you can do better, we can all do better, and we can be better, and we can do better for the world, and we can share our gift with whatever passion or gift that God gave us. And we all have one. We're just all afraid a little bit to jump and actually do it. We're afraid to be judged. We're afraid to step out and be courageous to do the things that we know we really want to do, but we're not sure about doing it because we might be judged, or our family might not like it, or I might not have the money, or I might not have the time. Whatever excuse you have, ex-nay it. X-nay it this year and make a change, make a difference for you. Just try it. What do you have to lose? You'll go back to where you were. That's it. What do you have to lose? You don't have anything to lose. All you have to do is gain. You're going to gain, because even if you fail, you're going to gain, because you're going to have the knowledge of that experience to use for the future. And if you can do that constantly and test yourself constantly, you're always getting better, even if you're failing. It's not failing, it's falling. It's falling forward. And when you keep falling forward constantly and constantly, you're constantly gaining and gaining. You aim for the moon and you land amongst the stars. When I aim for top in Canada and I end up in 5th or 6th place, I'm not disappointed. I'm not, because I know that gives me new motivation, gives me new drive. What else am I going to do with my body and my time? Am I going to sit there and get worse? Absolutely not. I'm going to reassess my goals and my situation, and I'm going to go right at it again. I'm going to plan that goal. And even if it's a year later, that's going to keep me motivated. That's the amazing thing. You don't need instant goals right away. You can use long-term goals in a year and a half. Okay, I'm going to go do this show. I'm going to go build. And it doesn't always have to be cut. It doesn't even have to be working out. It should be something health-wise for you so that you don't get to be a lazy slob, obviously. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be, okay, I want to build a new house. I want to do something like this to keep you busy, to keep you focused, to keep you feeling like you're still getting better. Because when you do something like a show, and it could be a marathon, a show, a run, whatever, okay? It's a goal. It's a huge goal that you've pushed so hard for, dedicate, and then you stop. So that's why people blame the show. It's terrible for your mind. Well, no. No, you don't have a strong enough goal anymore. You don't have enough strong enough goal to wake you up, and you don't feel good, and you feel like you're bitter because of this. And that bitterness will start to grow and grow and grow, and it will eat you up, and over time then you'll become lazy, and then you'll hate the thing that made you that person, because you're gonna blame it because you didn't take enough of initiative to set yourself some proper fucking goals. I'll tell you that. And that sucks. And everyone has to go through that process of, shit, this doesn't feel as good as it did last week when everyone was supporting me, everyone was pushing me. I felt like I was king of the world. I was getting all my goals. I was doing my thing, and I felt like I had everybody on my side. Now it feels like nobody gives a shit. Okay, that's a hard feeling, and that's hard with any goal or any, and especially with shows, because mentally you're being judged, and you go to a show to be judged. That's why you are there. But at the end of the day, it's the judge's opinion. Nobody is going to remember, probably even what place he came in. Okay? What they're going to look at is, wow, look at that picture. They're not going to look at your medal. They're not going to say, hey, can I see a picture of your medal? Because that's pretty cool. They're going to look at your Facebook picture and they're going to be like, that's amazing. Look how good you look. Half the people don't know the difference between a stupid, really good body and a pretty good body, They all look good, and people should be proud regardless, and people are allowed to be proud of themselves. And I feel like in this world, even taking a selfie at the gym, people often feel like, I don't know if well, do what? Do what makes you happy. And if they want to judge and if they want to waste those arrows on you, that's their own problem. Do not waste your arrows on people. Put that good energy into yourself. Make sure that every single day you provide that good energy. Put that positive education of growth, personal growth, what you're going to do, what you're going to accomplish today. And if you can accomplish things, I like the rule by 11. By 11 o'clock, you're going to feel good. You're going to build that momentum all day, which I do often. Try to get my whole day done by 11 o'clock. Then I have the day. And then I can work out as long as I want. Then I can do other stuff, other projects that I can create for my own business, which makes me motivated, which makes me feeling good because I got that stuff done. I'm not stressing out about getting all that other stuff done. So, next one I'm going to say is, you got to model a plan that works. If you are just following some plan here and there, kind of plan I call it, then it's not going to work. Stop going to Instagram for 1 or 2 workouts. Get a proper plan that has proven results. And it doesn't have to be my plan. There's lots of great trainers out there, but get a plan that works. Accountability, first of all, pays for itself. And if you're too cheap to pay $300 over 6 weeks, then you're never going to change because you're not willing to invest into that change. And that's too bad, because you're probably going to get more energy, which means more life, which means more confidence, which means more self-love, which means more contagious, positive energy that people are going to want to be around you, which then is going to motivate you to do more, be more, and expect more. That's the big thing. That's what you want to be. That's the person I know I want to be, is a person that when I walk into a room, I want to affect it. I want to make sure that the complainers know, don't complain to me that you're tired. I'll prove you're not tired. Okay? Again, it's as simple as saying, oh my God, your wife just got in a car accident. Are you tired? No, bullshit. So don't do that to yourself. You're bored. You're not tired. And I want to make sure, that you do keep it simple. Like, a plan doesn't have to be complicated, guys. These workouts, they don't have to have 15 different twists to them. This whole working out has been around for a very long time. And if you can just keep with that base, and you have that solid base, and you just work on building then little by little by little, that's when I add the supplements. That's when I start adding this stuff, when you guys start getting better. But that doesn't happen until you build momentum, till you have proven results, till you know that, guess what? Hard work, not supplements, is going to give you results. Hard work and dedication, consistent diet, being persistent, being relentless, being focused, having that mental switch on, that is what's going to give you results. Not friggin' A-cuts or whatever supplement. It does not matter. Yes, they will help. And as you get more momentum, as your stove gets hotter and hotter and hotter, those supplements work really, really well. But guess what? You should never start with that. You should start with the basics. And I don't care who you are, or if you've trained 15, 16 years into this business, you should go and you should backtrack so you can right track. That way you build a way more solid foundation. And that starts with, guys, for me, my personal advice is fix your life muscles. What are life muscles, Tyler? That is the way you sit. If I slouch like this, I'm going to mold like that. Then I'm going to have a big bump like that, and I'm going to look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay, so I don't want to do that. I have to learn how to sit up. Or guess what? My muscles are going to start to mold like that, and they're going to cringe like that, and then you're going to have internal rotation, and then you're going to get vertigo. I can guarantee if you stand and sit like this is the worst way you can stand, you are going to end up with vertigo because this is what you're making. This is the side view. You're cutting circulation off to your brain. That's like taking a hose and kinking the hose and expecting to get the same amount of spray. Guys, see the shoulder rotation. Learn how to turn it to noon, not 3 o'clock. Once you hit 3 or 4 o'clock, guarantee you are going to be into that vertigo zone. And you're going to start getting dizzy because basically you're cutting circulation off. You're holding the air tube and your brain can't get the signals down to your body. Don't do that to yourself. The way you sleep. Why were we put in a coffin, I believe? Like this. Why were we laid on our back in a coffin? Why weren't we on our side? Why weren't we on our stomach? There must be some good reason why we were put on our back. That's the way we're supposed to sleep. Now, I sometimes will go on my side, but be conscious enough to not destroy your shoulder and lock it in there for 8 hours. Same with the way you sit. If you guys are like this, or the way you text even, start looking at those life muscles. If you start changing them, people look at my pictures and say, well, her posture's different. Yeah, but she didn't fucking know how to stand, that's why. And if you don't know how to stand, why shouldn't I show people how to stand properly? You know, if they didn't know that before the program, damn right it's part of the results. You learn how to stand, you learn how to sit, you learn how to hold yourself, present yourself. That should be the first thing before we actually even do anything active. Learn how to fix your posture. Learn the shoulder rotation. Stop sitting like a lazy potato. If you're going to sit like this on the couch, guess what's going to happen? You're going to mold like that. And I can't stress that enough. That is the biggest thing, and the first thing I fix is I'm looking at you. How do you put your arms? Are you always like this? Are you putting constant pressure in your traps? Are you the football player look? Are you the pregnant stance look? Are you the one arm kind of stance like this because you're holding a kid all the time and now your one hip feels like it's gonna pop all the time? Guys, those are the stuff to fix. Fix the foundation. Don't worry about getting as fit as fuck. Fix the foundation first, and I promise you, when the car has all the parts in the right spot and everything's more proportioned, you know, you don't have like the old Ben Nogler 1990 Honda with a huge spoiler, it looks a lot better, and your vehicle's going to run a lot better as well. So, on an ending note, I hope you guys have learned, you know, how important that foundation is. Life muscles, keeping it simple, just going over those. Start slow, build momentum first before you're going to do stuff like this. Because if you have a shitty foundation, it's just going to fall anyway, and then you did all that work, and then you're going to get off track again. This is fit for life, not fit for a while, and I hope that you guys can realize that your body, this is crucial. This is protecting you. This brings you 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. You better put some time and investment and love into your body. It is going to be the one that carries you for the rest of your life. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you share it. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe to it. I got like 10 subscribers now, so I'm feeling pretty good. But you know what? I love doing it, and I don't give a shit. So, have a good day, team.